From the creators of Relevant Magazine, this is the Relevant Podcast.
It's Friday, May 25th, 2018, and it's the Relevant Podcast. I'm your host, Cameron Strang, and here with me in our Orlando studios, Eddie Big Hat Kaufholz.
Yes, man, it's nice to see you all. That's it. I feel legitimately happy to see you. It's
Over
Friday.
there on the ones and twos, our illustrious producer, my brother, Chandler Strang.
Hello.
On the Skype line from Loverland, Virginia, Jesse Carey.
Hello, hello.
And all the way from
Hello.
Nashville, Tennessee, podcaster, author, speaker extraordinaire, Annie F. Downs.
Oh, switch to speaker extraordinaire. Good morning,
I don't
gents.
know.
I like that.
You're extraordinaire in all the ways, so.
Thank
Just
you.
A
I'll
really
receive that, buddy.
all-around nice person.
Yeah.
AFD.
Guys, keep going.
We have a great show in store for you today. Coming up later, we talk to author, pastor extraordinaire, Max Lucado.
You're kind of on that train, aren't you?
Now that you just throw that around casually, it means less to me, Cameron.
That being said, Max Lucado is pretty extraordinary, so I think it is worth it.
It feels apropos.
Oh, well, Mr. Fancy Pants today. Mr. Fancy Pants
Shows
hosts a
up on a
podcast.
Friday.
Cameron, is there an umlaut in apropos? I always pronounce it apropos. And people looked at me like they didn't know what I was saying, but that could just be on me.
So we're at the end of the month-long experiment of going to 2 episodes a week of this old podcast. You know, at our 600th episode, we announced that we were going to split what had turned into a 2-hour behemoth into 2 1-hour more digestible shows per week. We wanted to hear from you guys if you liked it, and you guys have been sending us a lot of feedback. Keep it up. We're enjoying it, so I think we might keep it rolling. But we want to hear from you. So if you like this format, let us know. If you don't like it, keep it to yourself. So
Yeah, save it.
Or Eddie will publicly ridicule you if you're willing
that poor
for
guy
Eddie to talk
on
trash
Wednesday's
about
show.
you.
Yeah, you can stuff your sorries in a sack. We're doing 2 a week. It's just the way it is.
If that guy
Oh my
listened to
gosh, that's
Wednesday's
a great-
show. Oh man.
Stuff your sorries in a sack. I've never heard that before. That's nice.
I did not make it up. It's like an old guy saying.
Well, if you haven't heard the new format on Wednesday's show, we do In Case You Missed It, and we have a guest, and then we do the question of the week, listener feedback, and then on this week on the Friday episode, we do Slices.
Yes.
We have a guest, and then we do our listener of the week. So that's coming up later as well. That listener last week, the guy who works at Taco Bell headquarters doing social media,
That is a dream. He almost wrecked the segment.
he almost did.
It's just not because he did anything wrong, but because it's like, where can you go from like the Taco Bell headquarters?
Listen, I'm optimistic.
And being on Parks and Rec, like
People hit us
right.
up. People hit us up every day on Twitter with the 3 facts about themselves that are interesting, and we there is no shortage of fascinating people listening to this podcast.
No shortage.
I feel bad for Jesse having to select just one
Having
each
to
week.
sort out.
Well, I'll say this.
Give it to
I've
us.
kind of shifted my strategy a little.
Oh.
Okay. Because at first I was trying to go for people who all 3, I felt like those are all interesting. But what I found is, usually they have 3 semi-interesting or 1 really interesting and 2 kind of like, okay, we'll mention that, but let's dig into this one,
Okay.
Because it's hard to you have to have a really fascinating person to have 3 just crazy interesting facts. So now I'm looking for the really good one, and then kind of the others, just kind of some color around it.
rounding
Just to
it
kind
out,
of give us a
yeah.
little context for a character.
Right, that's right. Right, you got lettuce, you got cheese, but you're looking for the meat of the taco.
I'm looking for the
Taco Bell.
cheese. I'm looking for that big buffalo burger right in the middle.
You should have gone with the Taco Bell building there, Eddie.
Well,
With
first
the
of all,
building of a taco.
yeah. Well, your feedback is hurtful, so let's continue on with the show.
I'm sending you feedback immediately and directly.
Right,
You should have built a taco instead of a burger.
unwarranted and
Cameron,
unwelcome.
before we dig in, I know we last week's episode we recapped our Montana trip, but I was in reflecting on it, I was a little disappointed that one story didn't come up that I was wondering if you could indulge us on.
No, we'll just move
There
on.
was an incident. There was an incident in which Cameron may or may not have nearly burned a significant bank of the Bighorn River. To the ground.
Yeah, I saw this on the news.
And while falling into the river. Here, okay.
Oh my God.
Not only did he
fell
do
into
that,
the river?
inches from the river, and well, before he goes in, we are all wearing like these waders, these, and they're meant to hold out water. But if you were to get water in, it would just fill, and you would just be.
It's like you're wearing a garbage bag around you, strapped to you.
Yeah, water's.
It would be like wearing a
binary.
lead pair of Oshkosh Bagosh, and we would have watched Cameron just slowly sink in 30-degree water.
Every day we were fishing. We would stop out halfway through the day. We'd start a little campfire, eat some lunch, just rest, and then do the other half. Mm-hmm. And then the water was around 38 degrees. The air was cool, but not cold, but the water was very cold.
That is cold water.
Yeah. And so we stopped. And so the first day we were having trouble getting the fire lit. And they had a little water bottle with some gas, so we got the logs wet, and then boom, it's fine.
Yeah, no big deal.
And we just got talking about fire stories. Me and Jesse kind of grew up little tiny pyros, and we lit a lot of things on fire.
One of your well documented.
I've lit woods on fire. I've lit driveways on fire.
Yes, that's right.
So we're telling this story on the first day. So then the second day, I'm fire guy now. Like these riverboat, these fishing guides, they don't know how to stack the logs. They got to TP this thing. We need some airflow. I mean, come on, I'll just take the logs, guys. I got this.
You're like the temp in the office. You're the guy that lit a fire.
Yeah.
Now you're the fire guy.
So the second day, I go to light the fire on the side, and we're all kind of hanging out. And it's not really catching, so I get, but it's catching a little bit.
Yeah.
So I take the water bottle of gas, and my back is to the river. We're about 5 to 7 feet off, but it's a bank. Like it goes down pretty fast.
I understand.
And I kind of douse it real quick just to freshen it up.
What else are you gonna do?
It's already lit, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's lit. The fire jumps from the fire all the way to the lip of the can I'm holding in my hand,
Yes.
and the water bottle lip is on fire. It's full of gas still.
Now, is this a plastic water bottle or a metal water
Plastic.
bottle? Oh, I see.
Water bottle.
Oh my gosh.
With the lip catching on fire, which startles me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm like, whoa. And I lean back. I jerk back like I'm holding a bomb,
No.
And I didn't release it. I just was like, whoa. And it fit into like a split second. And when I jerked back, I stepped off the bank.
Yeah.
And fell down backwards. And one motion, flinging the water bottle into the air because I'm falling.
Which is now a Molotov cocktail. Basically, Cameron hucked a Molotov cocktail into the banks of the Bighorn River while sliding into the
I don't see what happens because I'm rolling down the bank toward the river,
Towards a really cold river.
which if I hit the water, the gushing river would have filled and taken me, would have filled the waders, and I would have been gone.
Yeah, we are
So
moments away.
what were you thinking, Cameron?
Well, number one, I didn't realize how close to the river I was. I was just rolling, I didn't realize exactly that I was landing on the riverbank. But then I immediately look up what happened to my flaming bomb. And sure enough, it flung toward the guys, doused one of the guys' shoes on fire, and then it just dumps itself into the riverbank and all the gas pours out and is on fire. You can't put water on that fire because it'll burn the water. You can't stomp it out because the gas is soaked.
Wait, sorry, you can't put water on the fire?
Yeah, because it'll just spread.
Fire.
A gas fire will just spread it. It's like a grease fire in a kitchen.
Got it.
And so the guys are.
Hold on, Annie. Do you know that? Because I just want to make sure. I feel like we're going to be responsible now. You know that if there's a grease fire,
I didn't know that. I grew up with all sisters. We didn't set anything on fire ever. So I don't know things about fire.
The grease fire is like where you're cooking. Like you don't throw water on it.
I know a grease fire.
Smother it.
I didn't know a gas fire.
So we're trying to stomp it out.
Yeah.
We're trying to stomp it out, but it's lighting the boot, melting the boots because it's just so hot and it's soaked.
So had you crawled back up there at this point?
Yeah.
it's hard to tell who's on fire and who's not at this point.
Yeah.
And I just want to say one thing. I feel like it's probably for liability reasons because we never really clarified, Annie, for a grease fire, what you do is you throw more grease on it, and it'll take care of itself.
The guys got their boots off of being on fire and stuff like that, but the ground is burning, and we can't. And I was thinking, well, it'll just burn out. It was burning for 30, 40 minutes. I mean, the ground, the bank of the river was just on fire.
Yeah, that's right.
If it was dry season, if it was 2 weeks
Jesse,
ago,
what are you doing when
I
all
would
this
have
happened?
taken
you know
off.
what I'm doing? I'm sitting in a boat, like anchored, eating a sandwich. And my guide, okay, Cameron, did you ever have the guide Tyrell the whole time?
Yeah, I had him.
Oh, yeah.
They called him White Tyrell.
Tyrell.
Yeah. He's the head guide there, and he's
Great
in his
guy.
early 20s. But if you had a conversation with him, he's late 40s. He's an old wise river man. Okay. And I knew, so I'm in a boat with our new friend Trent Dabbs, and
So funny.
me and Trent had a different guide the day before, and we did not catch anything in with our other guide the day before, and so which was in hindsight was 100% me and Trent's fault, nothing to do with the guide. I just want to, but
We know.
when we got in the boat with Tyrell, we caught one instantly, and I could see the other guy just down the river a little, and I decided I would hoist the trout over my head like the Vince Lombardi trophy and shake it and taunt the other guide with it. I did so. As soon as I got over my head, the trout started flopping, flew out, hit Tyrell, and bounced onto a small island where Tyrell had to get out, save it, and put it back in the water. He was not happy with us from the moment we got into the boat with him, from that incident on. So Tyrell is sitting in the boat with me and Trent eating our sandwiches when we see all of this happen. We see the fire, we see the Molotov cocktail being flung at a collection of other guys standing next to another open fire, and we see Cameron rolling down perilously close to the river. Tyrell stands up and gets out of the boat. He goes, "They better put that fire out," and trudges through like chest deep water to go assist in the situation. Me and Trent are just laughing, observing it. But I think Tyrell was very irritated about that maneuver, Cameron.
Yeah, Jesse is unloading his emergency fireworks just to make it all. Well, I come prepared for such an occasion. Let me see what we can do.
I looked at Trent and I said, "Listen, Trent, there's an open fire there. There's a man almost in the river. There's only one thing for us to do right now, and that's to get out of here because we don't want to be any part of what inevitable legal situation's going to transpire. Just float away.
Yeah.
I don't know how to man this thing. Neither do you. Let the river take care of this one." And we were off. We were off. Tyrell was pretty upset because we took his boat. That's his boat. But
yeah, that's right.
Oh, man. I forgot about that story. That's true.
Well,
but if you ever go to Montana, Tyrell is the best guide. I mean, you could have.
I want at some point for y'all to do a trip for men and women because I want to go. It's always dudes who get to go on the Montana trip. There's all my friends all the people who go on these trips are all dudes.
They had it's through Refuge Foundation, which Brian Carpenter came on last year because we recorded the podcast from Montana, and he talked about the heart behind it. He was in ministry and just seeing pastors leave ministry left and right, burning out and all that kind of stuff. And he started
good joke, burning out. I get it.
He did Refuge.
You almost burnt out.
Fire.
He did Refuge Foundation.
Because you lit a fire.
Here's a place, 3-4 days every year. Come. Be with friends, community. Let us just serve you and love you, and like hopefully you can find rest and restoration. So we started doing it, just taking guys out fishing, and then same thing you just said, Annie. A lot of the guys were like, "My wife needs something like this. She works as hard or harder than I do, and is just as burnt out as me." And so last year they did a trip for women leaders in Austin, and our friend Shauna Nequist was on that trip.
I love Shauna.
And it was apparently great, and they're going to do more of those. And so then they'll do a couple like couples ones too, but there's something about just getting away and being with friends
I
and
like
stuff.
fishing.
Hanging out with, what is his name?
No,
Tyrell?
they'll do them in Montana too for women.
Tyrell.
Yeah.
But last year they just had a great facility
you
in
would be a better
Austin.
fisherman than I would say probably 90% of the guys on our trip.
Yeah.
Cameron, do you think like that's safe? That's a safe estimate?
Oh yeah. Well, number
That's a high
one,
compliment.
these
Thank
great
you.
guides like Tyrell teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah,
It's,
they do. You feel equipped afterwards. So a couple days out there, guys like Tyrell and Nolan, they know the river and they know how to teach goons like us how to actually catch some
y'all
fish.
like sat around in Adirondack chairs and looked at the sunset. That's like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we played
we did.
poker all night.
Is there like structured conversation things though?
Nope. Zero.
No,
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No morning
Yeah, I'm not into
devos.
that.
No
Because
nighttime
one of these days
wrap-ups.
I'm going to go and I am not going to want to talk about like, my soul. I don't want to do all that stuff.
Same.
Eddie.
Same. You went to a thing where all you do is talk about your soul.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I
Eddie,
didn't want to go to
none of
onsite.
that.
Good. That's
It is literally show up.
Does anyone use the word brother? That's my question. Like, hey, brother, let's have a heart-to-heart, brother.
That is
Only
really
when Cameron was talking about you, bud.
Chandler just for some reason just described like a professional wrestling retreat. Let's have a heart to heart, brother. Like he literally for some reason became Hulk Hogan for a second.
I had a guy.
I think that's what
With
the
special
power
guest
team
speaker
was.
Hulk Hogan.
Power Team Crusades talk like that.
Let me me hear you say that one more time, Chandler, to make sure I wasn't hearing things.
Well, heart to heart, brother.
Yeah, that's really
Okay, that's Hulk Hogan. That's Hulk Hogan.
There was a guy that gave us paver quotes the other day, and he was saying that I should put in a fire pit out in the backyard so that in case I ever need to get out there and wrestle with the Lord, I got a place to do that. And I was like, one, we're never calling this guy back, but also I just can't be a part of this. I can't be a part of this guy's world, you know? So good. Yeah, we don't wrestle with the Lord. We don't do pavers. We don't do.
You just fish
You know
and
what
sit
it
and
is.
talk
We
and
don't
play
say brother.
poker.
We just hang out and fish with Tyrell.
Yeah, how dare he encourage you as a fellow Christian? What
What
nerve
am I
he
going to
has?
wrestle with the Lord? I think we're fine.
I
What
mean,
nerve he has, Eddie?
The conversation is whatever you want it to be, you know, like again, like what I said on Wednesday's show is like, I've been there in years where I was at very difficult seasons, and just talking to guys who have been through that or been, you know, that could advise, who are wiser than me, was awesome to just like connect on a personal level. And then there are seasons where I just literally go and fish and play poker, and it's just
Light
fun
someone
and
on fire.
laughs, and it's all good.
You guys prepare yourself. This is going to be a really amazing joke. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
And now every time you go, you're just so fired up. You're so excited. You understand the joke.
I do. I get the joke. I literally that night there was like the picture that you're referencing with the Adirondack chairs. There's a fire pit out overlooking the cliff and stuff like that. And then everybody was in kind of changing, getting ready for dinner or whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll go get the fire going.
No.
And so I went to like go start the fire, and,
Nope.
and I heard, they didn't know the sound would carry, but I heard a couple of the guys who worked there going, oh no, he found the fire again.
Yeah, no.
Like literally they were talking to themselves like, keep him away from the fire. And I was like, I was just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, you're on a list inside of their
You're on
their
the
work
list. Now
cabin.
you're on the list.
They're like, no, this man cannot touch the fire.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving the show along. It's time for
Slices.
All right. It's time for slices. What do you have, Jesse?
All right. Well, I wanted to give everyone an inspirational story about a guy who was never able to finish college on his first shot. He didn't finish his first time around, but came back, and this week finally got to experience the magic of walking down the stage, having his name read, and having all of the people there watching the graduation cheer for him. His name is Jaron Myers. He's a comedian, and the only catch is he never actually went back to college. He went to the college bookstore before the graduation, now 12 years later, and found a cap and gown for $38.
Right.
No.
How did his
what
name get
happened
read?
is Jaron Myers, he wanted to make his parents proud, because he dropped out of college years ago, having never finished. And, you know, he always felt like his parents were robbed of seeing him walk across the stage because he didn't graduate. So this year he hatched a plan. He went back to his old college, and which is the University of MSU.
Mississippi State, Missouri State.
Yeah, Mississippi State. So he returned, Missouri State. So he returned to Missouri State. He went to the bookstore. He bought a cap and gown and just decided to sit with the graduates. And he's sitting there through all the speeches as if he's one of the students. But he notices that everyone has like a little piece of paper with their name printed on it that they hand to the people at the end of the row, that is then read over the loudspeakers as they walk across the stage, and are handed like a fill-in diploma, right? So he has to improvise. He's a comedian. So he just grabs a piece of paper and writes his name on it, and hopefully that no one will catch on to his ruse. So he goes to the end. It works. He goes across, grabs a fake diploma, and they read his name over the loudspeakers, and he waves to everyone and has successfully gone through a college graduation ceremony, even though he never graduated.
Dude, Jesse,
this man...
That's
Yes.
brilliant.
I did this. I did this exact thing in my life.
What?
But I did it totally on accident. So I'm at University of Florida. My grandma, my mom, and dad are there for graduation. My brother, they all drive up. And I had to do like a class audit the day before. And it was like, hey, you never took a class your first year. And it was like, I had to take one more class during the summer. It was no big deal. But all of a sudden I was like, I'm not graduating. My graduation is tomorrow. I've already bought the cap and gown. They're already on the way. There's already like a graduation party for me. And you just walk into the bookstore. I did the exact same thing. So I show up to graduation, and I realized that I'm not graduating when I'm sitting in the auditorium next to Brianne, by the way. We graduate at the same time from UF.
Well, no, you didn't.
Did you?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Did you already have the same last name, or did you just happen just to sit next to each other?
Oh no, we were just best buddies at the time. We were it's a whole long story, but we were like really great friends all through college. We were not dating yet. We were not at all married. But so I open up the book and I'm looking through all the names, looking for my own name, because I still have not really realized at this moment, I'm not graduating from the University of Florida. Like, it's not like a provisional graduate. I was just dumb, like not paying attention. My name's not in the book. Brienne's is in the book. Immediately, I get a call from my mom. This is before texting. She's like, hey, your grandma and I are up here looking for your name. Any idea why you're not in the book? And I was like, well, I found out yesterday I have a class to take, and I guess I'm not graduating. At which point I got up and like we were there. I gave my name. They called my name. I walked across the stage. I did the whole thing, sat down. I was never a graduate. I just completely...
Wait, you never graduated?
I did
later.
I did the next summer, but I never walked again. So I did the entire walk, cap, gown, name, everything.
But it wasn't like you got it approved. Like, please, my parents are here. Will you let me? I'll give you my word. I'll do one more class.
I was like, oh, well, I've already...
How'd you give them your name?
I had the card. It was just you wrote your card. That was part of their mistake. Is everybody just wrote their own card? Yeah. So when we were walking in, they're like, write your name, spell it phonetically. Here it is. Anybody could have walked at the University of Florida, like anybody, and I inadvertently completely did the entire ceremony, and I was no more prepared to graduate than I had been, 4 years earlier.
What you and this gentleman have done is shown a massive flaw in the graduation system, because he did the exact same thing. Literally, I wonder could you go to Harvard to do this? Could you go to like Yale?
Yeah. So I love that this guy did it on purpose. Mine is way less awesome because I just did it on accident and realized, 20 minutes before it happened that I was making a massive mistake.
Jesse, did he like film it and stuff to make like?
Yes, he filmed it. There's a whole little like YouTube video that documents the whole charade. And he shook the hand of like the college president and everything while he's walking across stage.
Well, of course, you're not going to like not shake his hand.
Yeah, it's not like that.
I'm just saying that seems legally binding. A handshake at a graduation is essentially a diploma. And if the college let it happen, then they have to issue you a diploma. I think that should be a rule.
I don't know any employer that's ever said, let me see your diploma, right? If you just happen to have a picture of you in a cap and gown shaking the hand with the little folder, like put that on your wall, like you graduated from MSU,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Maybe I should do that.
You really should.
Go do it at Florida.
Make mom and dad proud.
But do it from somewhere they'd be really like
Seminole State Community College or whatever.
No, from what's the seminary here? Not Asbury, the other one, RTS.
Yeah, Reformed Theological
Seminary.
Go
to Reform. They would love that. Walk across the stage.
But see that wouldn't work because it's too small. They would know.
Yeah,
they have a small graduating class. So like we don't know you.
No, that's right.
You have to go to a major like UCF, largest school in the country.
Yeah, because they're like there's thousands and thousands every single day. Graduations all day, all
UCF is the
weekend.
largest school in the country.
65,000 students.
It is massive.
On campus?
Know. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
It is a crazy big school. It's like a city there.
Yeah. It's big.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, Chandler, they would never know, man.
They would never know.
You could totally. I think how proud your parents would be. Think about that. You could say all these years, Mom and Dad, I secretly have been moonlighting as a college. Yeah.
Get all the PhD tassels and everything. Yeah. Get everything. Yeah, I got my doctorate in podcasting. And your dad cries.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it'd be so sweet.
All right, what do you have, Eddie?
Well, I have more of every once in a while, I like to make sure that people know about what's happening in the classifieds. And I want to make sure that people know that just about hot property listings. This was the worst pitch I've ever done for a podcast, by the way, but let's keep going. So in New York City, there is a condominium for rent, and you can get it for really a bargain at this point of $85 million. It's on the 45th floor of some very fancy building on 42nd Street in Manhattan.
You say a permit for rent?
For purchase.
For sale. Okay.
That's right.
That's a high monthly rent.
Now, $85 million. Here's what $85 million gets you in this apartment. It gets you a 15,000 square foot duplex located in just a very posh part of Manhattan. 10 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Wow.
$85 million. It's a steal, but it doesn't stop there. Here's what
10 bedrooms?
That's right. And so they've been having a hard time running or selling it. And so they have thrown in some extras. Here are the extras. You get 2 Rolls-Royce Phantom cars, 1 convertible and 1 hardtop. You get a Lamborghini Roadster. You get courtside seats for the Brooklyn Nets games. You get an additional mansion in the Hamptons for the summer. You get a live-in butler for 1 year. You get a private chef. But
I want all of this.
But that's not it, right? Because at this point, it's a steal. And we're not even done yet, because for $5,667 per square foot, the owners of the condo, and the condo has been, by the way, on the market for 819 days, they're throwing in a $1 million yacht with docking fees for 5 years. Dinner for two at some fancy restaurant that I can't even pronounce.
Why would they even bother with the restaurant? I mean, that's what's that going to be? $1,000
dinner for
two. Is this Beyonce and Jay-Z who are selling this? Golly,
yes.
Who's got all this?
There will also be, of course, the building itself has basketball courts, terraces, sun decks, fitness centers, et cetera, et cetera. But more than anything, and here's the punchline of it, they are offering a trip to space. So when space flight becomes available for a consumer, they will send you and a guest to space. $85 million.
Can I say the most awkward and fascinating part to me is the live-in butler thing.
Yeah,
live-in butler is fascinating. Like Alice on the Brady Bunch. It was very strange, that setup. Like, we never saw her outside of her work uniform. She worked 24 hours a day.
No. She and Sam the Butcher started dating in later seasons.
That's right. Are you catching up on that right now these days, Cameron?
Either way, the whole idea of a live-in butler. Like, so I don't know that I would want like if I bought this property, I'm like, so it's basically a roommate that I'm required to have. I mean, they'll do things for me, but I'm putting up Alfred here. And
that is the only reason I like AI, like why I want a robot that's like a person in the world, because mostly they're going to take over, but I would like a robot to be able for me to just say like, hey, could you make scrambled eggs? And they would just make you some scrambled eggs.
Yeah, because I'm not going to ask. Like, I would feel too weird about asking the butler to do things I'd want the butler to do. It would just feel like, like an inappropriate. Like, I don't know. It just seems like weird to have because I picture he's obviously a very old English gentleman. Oh yeah, I assume, right?
Oh yeah, Jeeves.
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 I feel like I don't know about the butler. All the other stuff I take the race cars and everything, but it's the live-in butler required. You would take the live-in butler.
Yeah, I think all of it. No. I think all of it is just like a year of so much fun. Why not have someone helping you all the time for a minute?
My thing is it's $85 million. All those extras are $5 million. Just sell me the thing for $80. I'll buy my own cards, pick up my own stuff.
But
can I keep the cars in the Hamptons?
It's $200,000.
Where are you going to keep them in New York?
Well, Cameron, here's my question to you. If someone, I think you guys are getting off the butler thing, and I can't move on from that yet. Cameron, if someone offered you right now the services of a live-in butler, but he had to live in your home for a year, would you take it, or would it be just too
Hold on,
weird?
is it the home? Do we have to answer this based on the home we currently have?
Yeah, because it's
based on that 10-bedroom
the services of a live-in butler right now.
Yeah, 15,000 square feet. That butler can chill pretty far away.
Does the butler, is he like a all-encompassing, like he'll cook, he'll clean, he'll
wax,
There's a chef.
He'll run
There's
errands.
A chef.
Yeah,
No, it's an additional chef.
But if we're talking he said the butler.
Oh, yeah,
so
sure,
is this butler like an all-in-one butler?
Can it cook? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I'll answer your question. Yes, but only old, gross British dishes that nobody eats anymore. like weird
things from the old world.
Pheasant and stuff like that.
I'll be honest, it's just,
roast.
I live in a home that had a husband and a wife, 4 children, and a mother-in-law suite. So I live in a home that was meant for a lot more people to occupy. It's just me and Cohen. So sure, why not? He's going to take care of us. Love it.
I got to say, at this point in my life, I've got young kids. Brienne and I both work a bunch. I would take a butler.
Yeah.
I don't even care if it's awkward. If someone is going to just do the laundry and make the breakfast, I would.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I would feel weird if I walk in the door after
bed.
a long day and on the couch is like an old British guy in a tuxedo.
He doesn't sit on the couch. He doesn't sit on your couch.
No, but he's standing by the door waiting.
He's like a Disney World cast member. When he's on, he's in uniform and he's working.
Yeah, but how weird would that be? You walk in.
You will not see him.
You
relax.
walk in and just standing at the front door is an old British guy in a tuxedo. Or
do
like
y'all
you're hanging
have
out.
a nanny that helps with your kids? Is it that different than a nanny?
Yes,
no,
because
I don't have anyone
But that's just kind of a transactional single job thing. They show up, hang out with the kids, and are gone. A butler is like just waiting.
Not when I was a nanny. We did dishes. But
that's what I'm saying. Like the butler is like waiting for a command. I mean, I would open the door every day and just make eye contact with him and not blink,
and then
just
berate him just for the fun of it.
Yeah, and then say sing. and then just
No.
make him
I think
tap
having a
dance and
butler would be
sing.
great because they know what you like to eat. They know your schedule. Everything stays clean. I think it would be great. I don't have the space in my house, unfortunately, to have another human that just works there. But
Wouldn't it be
I do
nice?
love the idea.
Wouldn't it be nice to be just sitting on the sofa watching Wild Wild Country and just be able to yell, hot tamales and all that? Here they are. I mean, that to me is sure. Go ahead, live with me. I'd like hot tamales.
That
all the
southern,
time.
Bravo, the Southern Charm, it's based in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
There's an old lady on it, and she has a butler, Michael, and he takes care of her. He makes her a drink at 5 o'clock every day.
Oh my!
I
forgot about that part of it.
Would you just
I
be
have a
like,
friend who has a live-in butler and that lives in Texas, and he always, whenever we go visit, it's at our grandmother's, and whenever we go visit, he makes us a Dr. Pepper.
would you say,
Dr.
would you
makes the
just be
Dr.
hanging
Pepper?
around at night and be like, Jeeves, I tired of this reality TV. Recite for me a Dickens tale from memory.
and
That's what I do
shave
with
me.
my
Did you ever see the old Seinfeld bit about
Wow, you
names where he's
shit.
like, the old Seinfeld bit about names where he said, like, don't you think like when a mom and dad name their baby Jeeves, they've kind
They
of
know.
predetermined his occupation,
Yeah, that's right.
his career path. Yeah. What do you have, Annie?
I'm sorry, y'all both missed that Jesse ended with "while you shave me."
I think Eddie might have said it first.
It's
but-
okay, man. We build these things together, pal.
Yeah,
Sorry. Oh, okay. Well,
Are you? Oh, you're talking about like that neck shave, the fancy man's barbershop shave where
however
you lean
Jeeves
back.
interprets
You
it.
interpret what you want to interpret.
However Jeeves interprets it.
When this
He's
show
the one who
is
went to
over,
butlering school. It's his
is
call.
there butlery school?
I want to be like
Surely.
The Rock.
Of course, there's butlery school. There's licensed butlers.
Oh yeah,
Jesse,
haven't you ever
that's-
seen
that's
that?
our
have to have a
next-
butler. Is there really a butler's license? Like, let me.
Oh,
hey, sir, let me see your registration and your butler's license,
I mean,
please.
maybe
Like,
not as much in America, but in England, it was like a legit. I mean, we've
Yeah.
all seen.
Yeah, it looks like like the student ID from Hogwarts. It's very fancy, very elaborate.
Whoa.
Jesse, that'll be our next.
I typed in butler license, and Google's apparently Butler University has a number of vanity license plates available, and if you
boy.
want a butler license, you can get a Butler University license plate. Okay, what do you have, Annie?
Okay, so here's a Florida story for you. This happens in Lake Worth, Florida. You may know where that is, but I Googled it so I could say. It's about 2.5 hours south of where you guys live. And apparently, y'all, there were really serious storms there over the weekend during the royal wedding. And in the middle of the night, Lake Worth sent out like one of those, what are they, like text message emergency messages that said it was a power outage and a zombie alert.
What?
There was extreme zombie activity. And then they immediately sent a follow-up and saying, we're looking into the reports about the mention of zombies. And this is from the head of the public information officer, Ben Kerr. And he said, I want to reiterate that Lake Worth does not have any zombie activity currently, and apologize for the system message. So somehow Lake Worth, Florida has built into their emergency system and a zombie alert.
Yeah,
Is that
code
bizarre to y'all?
code 818 zombie. Like so.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's funny.
I think that's
so
amazing.
in the middle of the night, they got one of those alerts on their phone, like, "Hey, there's a power outage and also zombie alert."
Do you think that somebody did that as a joke, or like do they legit? No.
No.
Zombies aren't real.
I don't know
I think
yet.
they're just trying to be
it's
very prepared.
I think it's the midnight worker sitting there going like, look, you can type in anything into this, just never hit enter. And then it's like, yeah, I'll never, oh my God, I hit enter. And then that's
like that guy in Hawaii.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. I think they can type
say they
in.
don't know as of the publishing of this article today. They don't know how it happened because the alert is automatically sent out when there's a power outage. So when the power goes down in Lake Worth, Florida, if anybody living in Lake Worth, Florida is listening, they should send us a screenshot that they got.
I get those all the time. I mean, we get those power outages because, well, especially around like hurricane season, it was like, that's how we found out about all the power outages. And when our power was back, it was all.
You get alerts?
Yeah, I get
Do you
text
sign
messages.
up for them? I don't get alerts.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, sometimes they're dumb because your power will go out and then you get a text saying your power was out. And you're like,
Oh, so you do it
Thank
through
you.
the power company.
yes, the power company, but also Seminole County will send us alerts.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's all very text message
But
friendly.
have you ever gotten a zombie one?
I have not, and if I did, I would take it very seriously because
would you? What would you do?
the government.
What would be your next move?
What's your move that if that text comes through?
I mean, I would immediately send the children outside to be a human barrier so that I'm safe. I think that's where I start.
But isn't that like chum in the water? That would just bring more of them towards you.
Yeah, that's right, because they're so sweet. They're little sweet angels. I probably.
And it was at 1:40 in the morning, so it's the middle of the night. So you got to factor that
just
in.
Just when you expect it to happen.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, well, that'll do it for Slices. Stay tuned. Up next, Max Lucado joins us. You're listening to Gabriel Garzon Montano. The song is Golden Wings. At the beginning of the podcast, you heard Chromatics with Black Walls. Well, this week's show is brought to you by Audible, the leading provider of premium digital spoken audio information and entertainment on the internet. Audible content includes an unmatched selection of audiobooks and other audio podcasts. Users can sign up as an Audible listener, which gives them book credits each month for a low monthly fee. Customers can download their choices and access them on their iPhone, Android device, Fire tablet, iPod, or any other MP3 player, probably even a Zune. I don't know. And unlike a streaming or rental service, with Audible, you own your books. Memberships at Audible include one free audiobook a month, exclusive sales, and 30% off all regularly priced audiobooks. The Audible app lets you share a book from your library with anyone, and the Whisper Sync feature lets you switch back and forth between reading and listening to the audiobook across many devices. Right now, I'm actually listening to Born to Run. I'm trying to get inspired for our Hood to Coast race. And so
is it working?
I mean, it's a fantastic book. It's narrated by Fred Sanders, a lovely reader. The book's by Christopher McDougall.
Yeah.
Really great. I love it.
I encourage everyone to listen to that. It's and a great thing with Whisper Sync, Cameron, is, you can listen to it, and you can switch back and you can read it and not lose your spot. You can go back between really the audio and the visual thing.
Really cool. Well, right now, Audible is offering Relevant Podcast listeners a special deal. You can start a 30-day trial and get your first audiobook for free. Go to audible.com/relevant or text relevant to 500-500. The texting is for U.S. listeners only. Again, that's audible.com/relevant. Well, Max Lucado is a best-selling author and speaker whose books have sold more than 100 million copies. In his upcoming book, Unshakable Hope, that's huge, by the way.
Yeah, he could probably buy that. He could probably buy that apartment in New York with a butler.
He may be the one selling it because he's gotten a bigger one.
In his upcoming book, Unshakable Hope, he looks at why tragedies and hardships shouldn't damage our faith and can actually strengthen it. He also just wrote a viral blog in response to the school shooting in California and how to make sense of such unimaginable tragedies. Here is part of our conversation with Max Lucado.
So you mentioned in the blog, this evil will not last forever, and you're pointing towards this future hope. And I wondered if you could say more about that.
Yeah. Well, I believe that all of us have, there are a variety of emotions that are stirred by these horrific tragedies. And one emotion that bubbles to the surface is, if there is a God, why doesn't he do something about it? And that is an understandable emotion. And I think that the scripture, that the Bible speaks directly to this in the promise of Acts 17, I think it's verse 35, that God has set a day in which he will judge the world. So that's a promise. Now, many of the promises in the Bible are happy promises. Weeping may come through the night, but joy comes in the morning. Kind of that lift our spirit. But then some of the promises in the Bible, like that one, Acts 17, verse 35, I think it speaks to a sense of that we want justice served. We don't want evil to be downplayed. We don't want these terrible events to have no consequence. And so that's why I wrote about that. I think that down deep in our heart, we're all hoping that God desires that everybody be saved. But there are those who, if a person chooses to reject God, then that person will have I think be held accountable for those decisions.
So as we look toward that future hope, what do you think the implications are for us in the present?
A belief in an ultimate hope empowers us in the present because nothing robs our hope more than the thought that this is as good as it gets. If we think this is as good as it gets, that life is never going to be better than it is right now, and right now there are times it really stinks, then that's what creates a sense of despair. But if I can believe that there really is a light at the end of the tunnel, that there really is a day coming in which the devil will get his just due, he'll receive what he deserves to receive. That helps counterbalance the pain. It doesn't mean that it's going to be painless, but it gives me strength with which to face the pain. All we want, all people want is a reason to get out of bed and maybe a reason to smile. I mean, we don't need a whole lot to get by, but there's so much despair in the world that people are looking for hope and they don't know where to turn. And these events, these terrible shootings, just reinforce this terrible cycle we're on, that life has no meaning and life has no value. So just do what you want. It doesn't matter anyway.
So is that part of why you wrote the book?
Yeah, yes, very much, very much. The statistic that really stirred my heart was, I think I mentioned it in chapter 1, that the suicide rate has increased 24% since the year 2000. Now, that's epidemic proportions, and I think nearly all of us know somebody who's chosen to orchestrate their own death. And so there are no easy answers to that question. Why is the suicide rate up like it is? But I do think that one answer to that has to be that people just need hope. They just need hope. And so where I've gone for hope for these 40 years of ministry, I'm in my 40th year.
Wow.
I'm getting pretty old, Yeah. and I've found that nothing lifts the heart more than hope. Nothing lifts the heart more than promises. If I can just deposit a promise in somebody's heart, that will bear fruit. That will bear fruit. And so I'm hoping this book might whet our appetite to ponder and build our lives on the promises of God.
Yeah, it seems like the promises of God are a key to what you're offering in this book.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's over 7,000 promises in the Bible, so this in no way is a book that studies all the promises of the Bible. I don't think anybody could write a book like that. But what I've done in this book is give an example of how promises can really change a life. You see, we're either building our life on pain, we're either building our life on problems, or we're building our life on God's promises. If there's 7,000 promises in the Bible, there's a reason. Their intended importance can't be overstated. And so I want to awaken people, resurrect people's understanding and appreciation for these promises, and urge them to use them for their own lives and also to use them to encourage other people.
As we talk about promises, I'm surprised at some of the places that the book goes. Like, you talk about, for instance, the concept that we are made in the image of God as one of God's promises. Could you say more about that?
Absolutely. And what a great observation on your part, because it doesn't look like a promise, that passage in the book of Genesis in the first chapter where God said, let us make mankind in our own image. And yet it is a promise. It is a promise that says every single human being is made in the image of God to bear the image of God. What a great and necessary promise that is, especially in a day and age in which teenagers endlessly compare themselves on social media with one another and walk away feeling insecure because they think they're not as valuable or not as successful as someone else. So my response to them would be, look at this promise. According to this promise, you are made in the image of God. What would happen? How much sadness would be lifted from your life if every day you looked in the mirror and said, I'm not perfect, but I'm made in the image of God? And how would that change the way you view, for example, the immigrant? How would it, the handicapped, the person who is your polar opposite on the political spectrum? How would that change you, the way you viewed them? If you saw every single person as an image bearer of God? Well, I think that promise changes the way we see ourselves, changes the way we see other people.
Did you pull from your own experiences where you felt like your hope was shaky to write the book? Yes,
sir. I would say the promise of Psalm 30 and verse 5 has been very valuable to me. It says, and I put that one in the book as well, that weeping may last for the night, but joy comes in the morning. There are times in which we are so disappointed in circumstances, or so downhearted, or we grieve so deeply that we really wonder, will this sadness ever end? And in my own heart, I've had times like that, in which I've wondered, will I ever get out of this mess? Or will this problem ever pass away? And I've just had to quote that promise to myself over and over. Weeping may last for the night, and the next night, and the next, but there's a promise, and that is joy will come. Joy will come. And so I can either build my life on the pain that I'm going through, or I can hang on to that promise. I'm getting ready right now for a funeral tomorrow of a 19-year-old boy who was killed last week in a car accident. And I received an email from his mother this morning, and she didn't use the word, I'm standing on a promise, but she did say, it's terrible, it's hard, it's a nightmare, but I believe that God is with me. So she's choosing to stand on a promise that says, where God said, I'm with you always, even to the end of the age. And it's a deliberate decision on her part. And it's in times like that the promises of God mean so much.
That was Max Lucado. Stay tuned. Up next, our listener of the week.
I don't like it when things fall out. I don't like it when they leave me. If I finally understand how it is to
The message of Jesus changed the world until the world changed the message. So says best-selling author Bruxy Cavey in his newest book, Reunion, The Good News of Jesus for Seekers, Saints, and Sinners. It's time to rethink what you thought you knew about God, about you, and about everything in between. Grab Reunion by Bruxy Cavey and the new Reunion Study Guide and join a growing movement of seekers, saints, and sinners who are ready for something more. Available at your favorite bookstore.
It's okay to be alone, 'cause I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it perfect, better than it has been. Oh, I'm trying to make it cool. And I'm trying to make it right. Don't tell me that I'm wrong, 'cause ain't nobody right.
You're listening to Hana Vu. The song is Cool, featuring Sachi. Okay, it is time for our Listener of the Week segment. You guys go on Twitter. You guys hit us up and tell us 3 interesting facts about yourself. Jesse pores over them, hours upon hours, and picks one each week. Jesse, why don't you tell us about this week's guest, and then we can invite her onto the show.
So I picked this individual partly because the name just jumped out at me. I'd never heard this name before. Jerry Chris. One word. In fact, Cameron, when we were preparing for the segment, you were like, well, what's the real name? And I'm like, it is Jerry Chris. And that's one of the interesting facts that this is the only Jerry Chris in the world. And we're speaking to her this afternoon.
Well, welcome to the Relevant Podcast, Jerry Chris Medina.
Hi. Hello, people.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Rogers, Arkansas.
Ooh.
Rogers, Arkansas.
My name's
Okay.
Eddie. It's nice to meet you. What do you do in Rogers, Arkansas?
Eddie, you're my favorite. I love you.
Well,
Jerry Chris, I feel I've chosen wrong.
We're all
was
right
fun.
here, Jerry
Yeah.
Chris.
at least we really agree on that.
What
point,
is your
too.
favorite thing about Eddie? That's what I want to know.
That you speak such truth.
Oh,
Gosh, this turned real, and I don't want to do that. I
He's
like
so
it all on
kind.
jokes.
Yeah.
I like it all
Keep
jokes.
going.
So back to
Keep
jokes,
going.
because now
Are
I'm
you,
like,
Jerry Chris, are you confused? My name is Jesse. Eddie, you use your voice for a second because
Yeah,
I think
Eddie's
there's some.
the main one.
I don't
Yeah.
think she's
She's
clear on who's who here.
yeah, you might be getting me confused. I understand.
I
Well,
know, Eddie. Don't worry. I love all the haters. I mean, you have every right. They're haters.
hey,
Because what you say is best.
And there are lots of them. I just want to put that out there, Jerry Chris. There are lots of
Including most
haters.
of
We
us.
all agree with that. Yeah.
hey, Jesse, why don't you tell us the facts about Jerry Chris that caught your eye?
I got the fact that I need.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'm
Okay.
good.
Let's just start with the most obvious. Jerry Chris, you say you are the one and only Jerry Chris on planet Earth. How have you been able to confirm that fact?
Yeah, because your parents, Jerry and Chris.
And I want to know how your parents came up with that name as well. So
Yeah, for
first,
sure.
how can you confirm you're the one and only?
Good question.
Google is the best I've got.
That's
Fair
pretty
enough.
good. Pretty reliable.
Yeah. I mean,
You can Google Jerry Chris, and it's me.
oh,
One word.
Okay.
you've got your own branding.
Yeah.
I know.
So it is
tough.
obviously a very unique name. What is the origins of Jerry Chris?
My mom's first and middle name.
Oh, so
Wait,
your mom.
so you're the second Jerry Chris then?
No, that's
No,
first and middle.
it's
Her
her
first name is
first and
Jerry
middle.
Chris. Yeah.
Her first name is one word, Jerry Chris.
Yeah,
and do you have a middle name?
Danae. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have said that.
Why? What's wrong with that middle name?
Why?
Oh, nothing. Is it wise to just like throw your middle name out to like all?
Well,
the
no.
people?
What's your social security
Annie,
number?
everyone says no.
What was that?
Yeah, the
Don't
other
worry, do
interesting
not.
thing is her social security adds up
Yeah.
to the number 87. Let's hear the social security number.
Okay,
right
but
now.
no, for real, Jerry Chris, you're going to think about this later and worry about the fact that you just gave out your middle name. It's really fine. Mine's Vincent.
You already conceded that if anyone Googles Jerry Chris, they can find you.
As long as you don't give out your mother's middle name as a verification, we're good.
Yeah. Chandler's middle name is Chandler.
Yeah.
it's double Chandler.
Well, that's why we call him Chan Chan.
yeah, Chan. What do you do there in Arkansas?
I am a preemptive stay-at-home mom.
Nice. That is preemptively one of the hardest jobs in the world.
It's so exciting.
So today you're kind of just chilling out.
Yeah.
When is little Jerry Chris Jr. going to be arriving?
It's our lucky number 8/8/8/18, August 8th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's soon.
Weirdly, those are the first 4 digits of Jerry Chris's social security number.
You know what I would have loved if Jerry Chris had been like, "Oh no, we have no plan. We have no plan on having. We're no children. We're not adopting.
That's it. That's why I didn't ask because I thought, what if she doesn't have kids?
What if she just wants to be at home?
What if
I'm
she
like,
just
well, I
stays at
respect
home?
that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, Jerry Chris, this
we
is
got
the
an apartment for in New York.
I'll be honest. This is the one that really caught my eye. That I wanted to really dig into. I got stuck in a chair, and a fireman had to use the jaws of life to get me out. This is only the most interesting of many encounters I've had with police and firemen. Jerry Chris, how did you get stuck in a chair?
Yeah.
Well, I sat in it.
I'm gonna need you to peel the onion one more layer.
Yeah, well,
for
what
us.
type of chair? What type of chair are we talking here?
Okay, so let me clarify. We were at McDonald's. My mom and another family friend had dropped us off at this play area McDonald's. Okay.
How old are you at this point?
That is actually a great question. We have struggled to identify exactly how old. I think I was 7.
Oh, okay.
Which is the 5th number in her social security number.
Yeah, so
We're getting closer. We are getting
888187. Keep going.
We have your mother's maiden name.
So
we
close.
have. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Keep going.
And they dropped us off with a babysitter. So we have a friend staying there watching us. My mom and her friend, someone else, they're off running errands. And my little brother and I decide we see these high chairs, like baby high chairs.
Oh, no.
And they have wheels on the bottom.
My apologies, Jerry Chris. An adult dropped you off at McDonald's and there was no adults left?
With a babysitter.
No, it was a teenager who was babysitting us.
This is as Arkansas a story as there could be. But
So
continue.
the teenage babysitter just dropped the kids off to play at McDonald's and left?
This was actually in Orlando. This was not. I was born and raised in Orlando, actually.
Interesting twist to the story.
Oh, I was going to say, you know what they call there's an old nickname I've heard, McDonald's, the Florida babysitter. People just drop their kids off there.
Florida man drops off child at McDonald's.
All right. So the
I'm dropping
hamburger
my
is
kid off at
watching you and your
daycare.
little
Where do you
brother.
put him at daycare? The McDonald's on I Drive.
Yeah. All right.
Big play area.
So we see these high chairs and they have wheels on the bottom. And we think, how much fun, like how cool would it be to get in the high chairs and push each other around?
Sure.
Yeah.
And so I did. I got in, and my little brother, who's like maybe 4 at this point, is pushing me. And we're having a great time. We're tootling around. And all of a sudden he looks at me and goes, "It's my turn." And I said, "Okay." And I tried to get out of the high chair. I got in just fine.
Yeah.
Could not get out. I am glued shut to this high chair.
So what happened? Did they have to cut you out of it or something?
Yeah, the jaws of life.
They had to cut the high chair open?
Did they ever determine the structural problem with the high chair?
Well, she's a 7-year-old in a baby high chair.
Yeah, but I mean, you should
still be able to.
Cameron's got the math right.
Did they bill you for the high chair is what I want to know.
No. The manager at the McDonald's was like, "Don't." My mom asked multiple times, like, "Do we need to pay for this high chair? It is destroyed." And the manager was like, "I have a daughter that jumps off the roof. So your girl's fine, which makes me feel great right now. So don't worry about it." She let me off scot-free.
Florida man's daughter jumps off roof.
Yeah. We are really drinking from a fire hose of Florida cliches here. This is,
Did you ever have a pet alligator? Has anyone in your family been arrested for like blowing up a trailer or anything like that?
No.
Okay, finally, Jerry Chris, you said you dance so sassy in dance recitals that other parents would come and tell me they came to watch you instead of their own kids. What kind of dance recitals are we talking here? And is it still 7-year-old Jerry Chris? Yeah.
Definitely Orlando.
No, I started dance when I was 2.5.
Yeah.
And in Orlando. And I never paid attention, I guess is a good way to put it, in class.
Yeah.
So when it came to recital time,
Speaking my language, I can relate.
really didn't know what was going on, to be honest, on stage. But I am not stage shy in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
My mom has always told me I make everywhere a stage. All places are my stage.
Okay.
And so I just made it my stage and owned it that I didn't know what was going on. And so I just made up my own dances right there on stage.
So you were sort of like the Florida dance recital circuit left shark, essentially. just doing your thing.
That's right. Yeah, that was the third fact, Jesse, is that then she grew up to become left shark.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's the end of the set.
Wow.
And before I let you go, too, I just need to know, when were you issued your last credit card? I'm trying to reverse engineer an explanation.
Something here.
Hey, Ramsey, I have no credit card. part.
Oh, well done.
I love
Do
it.
you use
I'm
the
on
envelope
Dave
system?
Ramsey. I love that it's like it's a cult now.
Yeah.
Jerry, Chris, I mean, for me,
Yeah.
this is as good a listener a week
Well,
as
yeah,
we could
because
possibly.
she was gushing over you the whole time.
Right. Well,
And she all taught us a valuable lesson. Keep dancing.
I mean, Jerry Chris, there's one thing that you and I have in common because I didn't pay attention in class, but when the music comes on, my body does what my body does. And you hand me a flag and you play 10,000 Reasons and I am done. I am done. Oh, it's in me.
right,
Moms come to watch me.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Hey, Jerry Chris, thanks for joining us this week's Listener of the Week. Thank you for listening all the way from Arkansas. Appreciate it.
Yes, we love you guys.
Thanks, Jerry Chris.
If you want to be our Listener of the Week in the future, tweet us at Relevant Podcast and tell us 3 interesting facts about yourself. We've had the whole gamut here. I like it.
Yeah. And at this point, the next 20 people will say, oh, Jesse's my favorite. And I will get angrier and angrier until we get Jerry Chris back.
Oh, yeah. He's going to just start plucking people saying,
Oh, because everybody's
because
gonna-
she knows Jesse's reading them. Jesse.
Yeah, exactly. So
Jesse's-
if you, tell
love
me
David
your
Blaine.
favorite
He's
thing
my
about me
favorite.
that you'd like to expound on the air.
I love setting fires, and I love David Blaine, and I love illegal stuff, and Virginia.
That's my Jesse
Wow,
impression.
that's a really interesting voice you're working with.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing my best. I'm workshopping it.
Well, many thanks to this episode's sponsor for making the show possible. At Audible, you can start a 30-day free trial and get your first audiobook for free. Go to audible.com/relevant or text relevant to 500-500. Texting is only available for U.S. listeners. And also thank you to Max Lucado for joining us. You can follow him on Twitter at Max Lucado. And his upcoming book, Unshakable Hope, will be out very soon. You can pre-order it now, which I recommend.
Yes, pre-order. It helps.
He wrote a children's book. Maybe he's written many, but there's one of the children's books that's like we read it every single day in our house.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
is it one about the dots and the stars?
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
I bet you do read that every day. That's
That
a
is
very, Eddie.
sweet.
You know what I love about it? At the very ending, it just says, and just keep dancing. It's just so touching.
I hope you dance. Hey, you have I Hope
Well
You Dance
done.
queued up for the end of the show, right?
Well done, Cameron.
Yeah, you better.
All right. On that note, we'll wrap things up. The 2-a-week experiment, we did a full month of it. I think we'll keep it rolling.
I mean,
I
why
like
wouldn't
it.
we?
Why? Let's try it. All right. Well, I'm Cameron Strang.
I'm Eddie Kaufholz.
Chandler String.
I'm Jesse Carey.
I'm Annie F. Downs.
We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you for listening to the Relevant Podcast. If you like what you heard, be sure to leave us a review on iTunes. Check out other shows from the Relevant Podcast Network in the podcast section at relevantmagazine.com. And while you're there, browse exclusive podcast merchandise at our online store. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Magazine. Info is available at relevantmagazine.com/subscribe.
McDonald's, the Florida babysitter.
Relevant Podcast Network.
Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care.
Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.